no one will like ever love you because you're fat. And I was like, okay. Got up to like over 300. It's really hard to like work out. I was like walking on the treadmill. I was like, oh my gosh, my feet hurt so bad. So I've lost 130 pounds. It's crazy. Even him will look at old pictures and he's like, look, that was me. So even he'll look at some pictures like, that was you. Like it's completely, it's weird.
Jessica.
This is Jessica Lynn White, telehealth expert, founder of KinMeds.
No one will like ever love you because you're fat. And I was like, okay.
Challenge accepted, right?
So broke up with him. Well, not that minute, but it was other stuff. So we broke up.
But that hurts.
Yeah, it was like,
right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm like, I just had your child. So,
right. I hope you kicked them.
Right. I don't remember what I did. I just remember him saying that. And then we broke up soon after that. I Googled some stuff. I came across like meal prepping. I lost my first 20 pounds meal prepping and doing like protein stuff. And then I came across KinMeds. And it's funny that you just said that about the body shaming, because like I went on the website and I was like, oh, this is so like the tone was very happy. It was very like the whole medical normal. It's like very kind of intimidating.
Talk to me about that. What do you mean?
Like I guess when I go to doctor's offices or like those like super clinical looking websites, and so much text to read. I'm like, I don't know.
Like, do I belong here?
Yes, and it just feels like I don't know.
Break it down for me like a third grader. Like just help me understand.
Like I just felt like this, like I was just a number. I wasn't like getting like, am I asking the right questions? I don't know if I should make an appointment. Like, is this? I don't know. I just felt also like a little embarrassed that I got so big.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe I should do this myself. Like,
right. And I'm going to pause there for a second and hit that point with the telehealth component. A lot of people that don't deal with GLPs are like, why are you doing telehealth? Like, why don't you just go to your doctor? Mm-hmm. And what I think I'm hearing you say is, you're already in a place where you're not happy. I don't want to say ashamed. I don't want to say, anything like that, but you're just, you want to be in a different place.
Yes.
So did you find telehealth as an option where you got to get the help that you needed, but in a situation where you weren't seeking out a doctor, going to a waiting room, having to see someone face to face?
Especially having a small child too,
right?
That I couldn't really, I was so scared to bring him out because I had him December 2019, pandemic shut down 3 months later. So I'm like, oh my God, the world's ending.
Right, so you didn't have access to care.
I was so scared to bring him out. I was like, I can't put a mask on him. He's a baby. So when I found KinMeds, I was like, this is such a warm environment. Like it just felt like the information was there. I got to digest it. I didn't even know what a GLP-1 was. I've heard the word Ozempic. I didn't even know that connected. I was like, oh, that's what that is. And that's, so
there's education component involved, and you felt like our brand kind of connected the dots for you.
Yes, and it was a lot of the visuals that I can't really explain. Just a feeling like I was.
You felt welcome.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's welcoming.
Yeah,
not sterile. It's not sterile. It's like
is a
cozy. Like you feel like, oh, okay, I could do this. I could fit in. It's like I see it. I could. It's
not
just welcoming.
It's process is fast and easy.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what I want women and men to feel when they come to our brand, is that it's not overwhelming, that it's not so exclusive, that there's no stereotype. I want people to feel welcome, accessible, relatable, right? So that means a lot that you said that. So
yes.
You slid into my DMs. You had been on another brand.
Yes.
Right?
So I lost my first 20 pounds doing the meal prepping, and then it was just kind of stopped. So, and it was being that heavy, I got up to over 300. It's really hard to work out. I was I need to get down to a certain, because it was hard to even walk around. My feet hurt. So I was like, okay, I need to just get some of this weight off so I can actually work
That's a
out.
great point, and I want to talk about that for a second, because I feel like, you know, I did a podcast with Bradley on, he's like, you know, he has a very successful podcast called Dropping Bombs, and we talked a lot about his opinion. He's like, yeah, these GLPs, you know what I think? I think you're fat, you need to lose weight, exercise, and watch what you eat. And, you know, in moderation, perhaps rephrased, yes. But when it comes to when you're there, okay, what are you're just gonna go hit the gym and like work out for an hour and a half? No.
And especially if your mental health is so, like, your mental
Yeah.
health impacts
Everything.
Right.
Yes. And so, I mean, if someone gets that big
Yeah.
and like,
Don't wanna go out in
like,
public.
yes,
Yeah.
like, it can be so scary.
Yeah.
The last place you want to be is in
Right.
the gym.
Yeah.
Right. So you were willing to work out, but your body was basically
Yeah.
not letting you.
I was like walking on the treadmill. I was like, oh my gosh, my feet hurt so bad. So I was just trying to figure out, you know, how to get the weight off to get to a point where I can even like walk up the stairs without being like out of breath, seriously. Right. And I started I tried it with another company, but I had like issues with their doctor answering
Customer
at
service.
a reasonable time. And I was like, I need to know this answer now. I'm like paranoid. I'm like putting something in my body. Like, is this like, I don't know. I just felt like not really supported.
Yeah.
And then that's when I found KidMed. So with them, I lost another 20 pounds. So it was about 40 pounds down.
Okay.
And then now I've lost about 90 pounds with KidMeds. So 130 total.
So aside from the weight loss, how has it impacted your ability to go up and down the stairs? Your ability, your son is how old now?
So he just turned 6. So now, I mean, I think about too, if I was still that heavy, I mean, he runs me around.
Right.
We're out in the yard. We have 4 acres of land. So like, he's like, go to the end of the field and catch this ball. I'm like, okay. But I'm like, I can't wait.
No.
But I wouldn't have been able to do that, like, if I was that heavy. So it's nice. It makes me happy that I have
It's
that energy
improved
to hang
your
out with
quality
him.
of life.
Yeah.
You feel more confident as a mom.
Yeah.
And your
Even
son-
him will look at old pictures and he's like, look, that was me. He's like, because he doesn't get it. Like,
Yeah,
he's
'cause he's
a
6.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even he'll look at some pictures like, that was you. Like, it's completely, it's crazy.
Welcome to episode 6 of Cheat Code. I'm Jessica White, your host. I am the founder of KidMed's lifestyle GLP-1 weight loss and wellness brand, and we have Britney with us.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for being here, Britney.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So Britney came to me. She's the one that slid into my DMs.
I did.
Looking for a collaboration on Instagram. And then as we got to talking, I don't know if I followed up with this in our original episode. I had been an influencer before, and I knew as I was scaling this brand, I knew I needed help herding cats, right? Everybody knows having influencers is like herding cats because you have to like find them, get their contracts out to them, get the deliverables, the posting, the audits, everything. So as we were chatting, she said, you know, I'm a social media manager and I specialize in influencers. So the initial deal that we struck was, I'm going to have you represent our brand and getting our medication, and then you were going to help us kind of put a backbone together for our influencer program, right?
Yep, and it kind of was very natural because, you know, obviously I was needing the medication or wanting to do the medication, so I was able to connect and talk organically about it instead of, you know, just a manager looking for influencers. I looked for people and connected with people's stories that I was also going through.
Thank you, yes. And to make that distinction, we believe in people selling to people based on things that they've used. I'm not a fan, and I know that you're not either, of people acting like they've done something just to make a buck. You know, this whole series, Cheat Code, is about our personal experience with these products. And I would hope that that authenticity is obvious and transparent. So because you had been on these drugs, these medications, treatments, therapies, modalities, you knew how it affected you. And so that guided you on the people that we wanted to represent, KidMeds, right?
Exactly. Yes, it was a amazing experience. It still has been. It's really blossomed into so much, and I'm almost at my goal kind of weight for like myself, going back to, you know, when I first started, I gained, like I said, over 150 pounds.
In the span of how long?
About 3 years after I had my baby. So from 2020 to 2023. And that was, I mean, my body just, I feel like didn't even know, like almost went into shock. Both processes, gaining it and then losing it too. Like,
so how did you gained 150 pounds, and then you had mentioned you did your research and you were like, I want to try these meds.
yes.
You were on with another provider for a little bit, lost about 20 pounds, and then found KinMeds. And then tell me about the process. What was it like? You had mentioned in our intro video that you didn't get the response that you wanted from the doctor. What's the difference between your experience with KinMeds and the other brand that you were with?
So I don't remember the exact specific question I asked, but I remember asking, like, first, I didn't know anything about GLP-1s or anything. So I was that person that asked, like, am I supposed to be feeling this? Is this, you know, I feel like a little nauseous. Like, I just wanted my questions answered.
And that's totally normal.
Right. And it was like very simple questions. And it was like 2 or 3 days to get a simple response. And it wasn't elaborated on. And I was like, well, I just had anxiety about like the answer to that question.
Because this was new for you.
Yeah.
Did you feel supported?
I did not until I came to KinMeds, when I had a simple question, and it was like answered while I was still like right after I asked.
Like
I was
within
like,
minutes. Right.
So I just felt like, okay, this can actually be like a long-term thing, and if I have a question, I can just ask.
Right. And then once you got through that, you started losing weight. Right. You had found the brand that you loved. You got the support that you needed. You were able to get your medication on time every month. So then you started losing weight. How much did you lose?
So I've lost 130 pounds.
Congratulations.
I know. It's crazy. Sometimes when I go back and look at pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you don't realize how you, like, I don't know, in that moment, I didn't really, maybe I was avoiding mirrors or I don't know, but it was crazy to go back and look at everything. And then once I, you know, added NAD about halfway through it, that really helped me too, because I think my body was fighting, like going into shock. Like, I think when I was losing weight, you know, it kind of...
What do you mean shock? You mean like hitting a plateau?
Well,
kind of?
I was doing research about it. It says when you're losing a lot of weight, sometimes your body will like go into panic, or I guess shock, that they think something's wrong. Like they're like, okay, let me store the fat. Like when people, I guess, don't eat or certain things, they think that, okay, I need to hold on to this. There's something's wrong with the body. So I was like kind of going up and down, but then the NAD helped boost my, you know, metabolism. It was a very good like pairing, coupling, and that's also from KinMeds. So
right. So you had mentioned it to the doctor, like, this is what I'm seeing with my journey. I'm kind of up and down. What do you think? Is NAD something that would be useful to me? And
yes. What I also like too, that his immediate response wasn't like, oh, just increase your dose. It was like a conversation. He was like, well, what about this? You know, I feel like other providers might be like, oh, just increase your dose, or just do it, or like it was more like
personalized.
Yes, it was like, well, what do you think about this? I was like, oh, okay, and I love that. And then it really helped like kind of put me back on track. So it's always been supported to me, not like a generic answer, which I've loved a lot.
Right.
So,
what would you tell someone that said using a GLP is a cheat? You're being a cheater. I don't, a lot probably. It's funny because when the people that say that are, it's, you know, they haven't experienced such a hard time. And even before I gained weight, I would not ever think that about somebody, because you don't know what they've gone through. You know, you don't know what they've experienced, and let everyone live their life how they want to. And if it's right for them, if it's approved by a doctor, like, there's no shame in that. Right, because it's your life and it's your body.
Exactly. So So happy. I found
And
you
I'm
guys.
so happy for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
really, really happy for you. Thank you so much for being on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.